So we're gonna switch decks. Yes, the enchantments list needs a little more work. We'll try our new Jeskai list, and then we're gonna do just one game, and then we're gonna go into the sponsored Ravnica draft, and we're gonna try to do a ranked draft. Hopefully we don't get dunked on. 10 to 1 says we probably just get dunked on. Okay, so we're gonna keep this hand. We do have the Syncopate. We do have the Revitalize to try to search out cards as well. I feel like I'm playing against Vitamin K. I actually am. So, one of our viewers who is also in the chat just happens to be playing against us, which I find absolutely hilarious. That's absolutely fine. I think that's kind of cool. I can't believe that actually happened that way. I just don't remember if he remembers that I'm Kid Bro Sweets and I'm not McFluffy on here. The reason why we didn't go McFluffy, by the way, too, is when I tried to put that name in, it had claimed it was already taken. So there wasn't much we could do about that. Land, please. Okay. I've never actually had the privilege of playing somebody for fun on here like this, so this is kind of neat. At least I don't think I threw a challenge out, so that's okay. I'm gonna play our Drake here just because it will help us dig one card deeper. Hopefully, it's a land. That's fine too. I don't think that Clarion is busted. It is pretty good though. Okay, so we just pass turn for now. Seeing as how next turn he's probably gonna throw his Vivian Reed. The one thing I can say is that the stream does run on a little bit of a delay, so even if you can see what's in our hand, it's on like a 3-second delay, 2-second delay, just kind of by mistake, I guess. I can't control the fact that there's always going to be that little bit of a delay there. Okay, so let's think about this here. 1, 2, okay. So, we will eat 2. We will do Mega. We will shoot.
Energy equals.
So this is sort of a list that we had brewed up yesterday. We are playing the precognitives, those weren't the card here before. We do have the mass manipulation, because I think that card is pretty good. Maybe Jeskai isn't necessarily the deck that wants it, but I do feel like the card itself is quite fantastic.
Hope we get something good.
We'll take the Teferi here, I think.
Let's slow this down. We need to move quickly.
I feel like in this match the Teferi's a little better. Only because... That's fine.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
I like that. Nig Visit. He's actually a very, very strong card. I'm like kind of baffled at like how ridiculous that card is. Absorb the Hydrocrasis just so they do not have a creature. clearly tick up our morale here.
Decisions.
We have the land, so we'll take an explosion expansion. We will draw with Teferi.
Keep up the pace.
We will cycle this just because. Dang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's our 2 lands we'll be untapping. And we're going to discard right now our Blink of an Eye. So the plan is next turn is play the upright land.
I've seen things
We're going to
that
use
would
our
break
mass
someone like
manipulation
you.
to steal his Vivian Reed and assuming his potential jellyfish. Okay. So we're actually just going to go mass for 1 and steal his Vivian Reed. We're going to ultimate his Vivian Reed.
It is time.
Actually, I completely forgot all about that. I'll have to listen to that. We're going to take the Teferi. I'll have to listen to that a little later.
Let's skip to the good part.
Okay. So now I'm feeling like our hand is pretty spicy here. Thanks to the Vivian Reed emblem, our Crackling Drakes are going to be monsters. That is fine. Our Niv-Mizzet will be a monster. That is also fine. So we're going to Chemistry Insight here, discarding our opt. Okay, so if we play our Niv-Mizzet... Okay, so we're going to try to find a land before we do anything here.
Oh, come on. I just want to peek. The weight is killing me.
Okay, so we're going to play our Sulphur Falls. Okay, so I don't think we need the ops here. Essence Scatters are fine. Lava Coil's fine, Clarions are fine, the Drake is fine. I do like the Mass Manipulation. I think Ixalan's Binding is a good card here. I don't know how much I like the Disdainful Stroke, just because, you know, it's just kind of, I mean, it could be good. It does deal with the walkers, but I feel like we have sort of enough hate for that. And while I do agree with you that it is an easy clap, I also think that, you know, this could be one of those matchups where we accidentally do get buried alive. We'll actually take out our Revitalizes here. We're going to bring in one more Ixalan's Binding, and I'm actually going to bring in one more Disdainful Stroke. Just be, is it worth it? I mean, hitting the jellyfish is cute, but that's whatever. I don't feel like the negate's super great. I guess we'll just bring in another Miv because it's really good here. But the Mass Manipulation in Jeskai I think is really strong. And you saw there, giving your creatures indestructibility is just absolutely bananas. I think against him, this is a hand worth keeping. We do have Absorb if we need it. We have a Clarion if we need it. So Steep Vents tap. And I would probably try to play a Rug deck of sorts. But right now I currently only have a couple of like the lands that I really need. So I figure we can just pass that turn. We still have a Clarion. So I feel like here we just get the early board wipe on. I will say too, I think the absorbs in this list are much better than the ionizes were. I hear Rachel's alarm clock going off. That song is my jam. I can't help it but move my head a little bit. She's my jammy jam every time. So for now we're just gonna have the Hallowed Fountain interplay tapped here. Yes, they can hit us for 2, but we do have absorb, which will net back pretty much all the damage we've already taken. We do have a Niv Mizzou coming in on the horizon here, which is usually pretty AOT for us. We will not allow them to look at our hand. Let's just net the life now. We're gonna have our Hallowed Fountain ETB tapped here. Even though he has the Assassin's Trophy, I think next turn we may just go Niv Mizzet because it will also shoot down his J-Light. Or not. Okay. Upright land. Nah, I think Niv at 5 mana would be way too much. There's still no point for us to do anything, so we just won't. If they want to look at our hand now, that's still fine. A Duress will only get them the Blink or the Clarion, so either way it's advantage for us. So we're actually going to blink the Jade Light here. Is this a draw? Okay. So even though we know our Niv Mizzet is going to die, it'll thin us a land out of our deck, which actually is really important right now. It'll ping them for 1, which is really important right now. That's fine too. Like, that's really fine right now. Okay. So I'll pay the 2. We will absolutely pass turn. They can look at our hand. Blink is gone. So we will just Clarion here. I do not play Star on the board because I do not have them. If I did have them, I actually probably would. But I feel like that card's also losing a lot of stock as of late. I mean, I can't say the card itself is bad, but I feel like going forward it's not necessarily the card it was. Okay, So we're still fine with what's going on right now. I don't think we have to be super scared yet. We will respectfully take our 2. This could get bad here for us. We're about to find out. Got 18 tapped. So we know this game is over. Because either way they're going to have some form of kill spell for our new minion. There wasn't much we could do there. Carnage Tyrant is still absolutely a beating. I forgot I left my syncopates in. Those definitely should not be there. So cleansing in. Do I want to negate? Nah. I guess we're bringing both of our board wipes now. See what happens. Well, for this being our first game with the Jeskai list, I'm still feeling really strong on it. We're gonna regretfully mull that. Wow. Whatever. We gotta try to find some gas. So. Whatever happens, this game happens, I guess. Got a little dunked on with the lands that we drew, or the lack thereof. We're just gonna get the Wild Growth Walker off board right away. Part of me wishes we might have kept the settle on top now, but I still say the Arena Shuffler is really funny. I mean, when your deck is playing 26 lands, like, the shuffle in 6 and find none does seem really weird. But what do I know? You know, I'm not a statistics guy. I don't know the odds and all that bullshit. It's not what I do. I know I haven't got a buffering once tonight, so I ain't know what to tell you on that one. Well, okay. The sad thing here is we don't even have the mana to play our Niv Mizzet. Kinda rough, but not the end of the world, I guess. So this game is just over now, and that's fine. The Mulda 5 absolutely killed us, and our starting hand of 4 lands and a Niv Mizzet. I mean, this Teferi could have helped a little bit, but our hand is not getting any better at all. So hopefully we find... Nope. Yeah, no, the Mulda 5 is killing us here. And that's okay. We'll just concede because we know we're done here. There ain't nothing we can do with that. Man, that Mulda 5 killed us.